Gray wolf, the spirit of the wild forest. From the frozen tundras of North America to the vast taiga forests of Eurasia, this is the realm of the gray wolf, an apex predator that has survived for hundreds of thousands of years. Their iconic howls are not a sign of ferocity, but part of a complex communication network, summoning the pack and asserting dominance across kilometers of wilderness. In the harshest environments on Earth, gray wolves have evolved into masters of endurance, perfectly adapted to every condition from scorching deserts to icy wastelands. A wolf pack is a tightly knit family, often led by a dominant pair and their offspring. This strong social structure is the key to their survival through endless winters. To conserve precious energy while crossing deep snow, wolves walk in a single line, each stepping precisely in the tracks of the one before, an astonishingly efficient strategy. The alpha's howl echoes through the cold air, locating the pack or warning rivals that this land already has an owner. Every howl carries a distinct message, and each wolf can recognize the voices of its packmates. Unity is the foundation of their power. As night descends, the hunt begins. With senses sharper than almost any creature's, they track their prey through darkness nearly absolute. Yet, life always finds a way. When spring returns, the snow melts, bringing renewal to the frozen earth. The changing seasons mark the time for new life. Mating usually occurs at the end of winter, and the birth of pups signals another cycle of survival. After about 63 days, the mother gives birth to 4 to 6 pups in a safe den. Born blind and deaf, they depend entirely on the care of the pack. The whole pack, not just the parents, helps raise and protect the young. Their play is not mere fun, but the first lessons in hunting and survival. As they grow, the pups begin to hunt smaller prey and explore the vast territory of the pack. The gray wolf's diet is diverse, but large-hoofed animals form the core. By keeping their numbers in check, wolves help maintain balance in the ecosystem. The hunt begins. The pack tests the herd, seeking the old, the weak, the sick, or the young, a contest of patience and precision. The strength of unity is revealed here. Each wolf plays a role, moving in rhythm to exhaust and confuse their prey. Gray wolves are elite long-distance runners, capable of maintaining speed for long stretches, a crucial advantage in wearing down larger animals. Once the prey is isolated, the real battle begins. A lone wolf cannot take down a full-grown bison, but the coordinated power of the pack tells another story. A successful hunt feeds the entire pack for days. By instinctive order, the alpha pair eats first, followed by the others according to rank. By regulating herbivore populations, wolves create a trophic cascade, allowing forests to regrow, rivers to stabilize, and countless other species to flourish. They are the architects of ecosystems. The absence of wolves once caused chaos in Yellowstone National Park until their reintroduction restored nature's balance. Wolves are not always undisputed rulers of the wild. They compete and sometimes clash with formidable predators like grizzly bears. Yet their greatest threat has always been humanity. Habitat loss and relentless hunting have devastated their numbers across the globe. Even so, thanks to tireless conservation efforts, many wolf populations are recovering, once again reclaiming their place in nature's balance. With intelligence and adaptability beyond measure, wolves make the most of every opportunity, from hunting large prey to scavenging smaller meals. Their haunting howls are the symphony of the wilderness, a reminder of the deep bond that ties them to each other and to the land they call home. As the sun sets and night returns, life within the pack goes on, a ceaseless rhythm of survival, hunting, and family. They embody strength, intelligence, and unity. These tireless hunters play a vital role in maintaining the equilibrium of the ecosystems they inhabit. In this frozen kingdom, every creature has its place. The gray wolf, as the apex predator, ensures the wild heart of nature beats strong and steady. The journey of the gray wolf is a tale of endurance and adaptation, proof that in the natural world, every species holds a place that cannot be replaced.
There is a place on Earth that still preserves its raw, majestic beauty, a land of extremes. That place is Alaska, often called America's last frontier. Spanning more than 1.7 million square kilometers, Alaska is the largest state in the United States, a vast world of ice and towering mountains. Here, massive mountain ranges rise into the sky, including Denali, the tallest peak in North America at 6,190 meters, standing like colossal sentinels. The landscape is a blend of endless taiga forests and frozen tundra. Thousands of glacial lakes glitter like jewels beneath the sunlight. In winter, temperatures can drop below -40 degrees Celsius. Yet when night falls, Alaska unveils one of the most spectacular light shows on Earth, the Northern Lights. Amid such harsh conditions, life persists. Herds of caribou migrate across the snow-covered plains in search of scarce food. And hidden in the forest, a solitary predator lurks, the lynx. With its thick coat and oversized paws that work like snowshoes, it is perfectly adapted by nature to hunt and survive in this frozen kingdom. This majestic stage hosts diverse survival stories. The moose, the largest member of the deer family, searches for food in the snow. Frozen realm. The polar bear's favorite and most important food is the seal. The polar bear's favorite and most important food is the seal. Their very existence depends on sea ice, the platform where they hunt, rest, and raise their young. Along Alaska's coastal waters lies another rich ecosystem. The drifting ice floes provide safe havens for seals. They rest, bask in the sun, and remain alert for hidden dangers beneath the waves. But below the deep blue water, an apex predator rises, the killer whale or orca. Masters of intelligence and hunting, they dominate the ocean. They have spotted a lone Weddell seal on an ice floe. A hunt is about to begin. The orcapod demonstrates astonishing teamwork, relying on perfect coordination. They employ a remarkable technique known as wave hunting. clever precision, they swim together toward the ice, creating waves that crack and destabilize the flow where the seal clings desperately. Terrified, the seal scrambles higher onto the shrinking ice. But that is not enough to escape the hunters. With seasoned expertise, the orcas launch a second assault. Charging together at high speed, they generate a massive artificial wave. The surge smashes into the ice, sweeping the unlucky prey into the freezing water. Once in the water, the hunt enters its final stage. The pod works together to isolate and overpower the seal. In Alaska, life and death are inseparable, an unforgiving yet perfectly balanced cycle, composing the wild symphony of the last frontier. The Sonoran Desert, stretching nearly 260,000 kilometers across the U.S. and Mexico, is one of the hottest places on Earth. By day, temperatures can exceed 45 degrees Celsius, while at night, they drop below 10 degrees Celsius. This is the kingdom of dangerous creatures. When night falls, the desert transforms. Nocturnal predators emerge from their daytime shelters, and the hunt begins. Among them is the scorpion, a formidable arachnid armed with venom. With powerful pincers and a venomous stinger, it can bring down insects in mere seconds. With lightning-fast reflexes, it seizes a cricket in its strong claws, the first meal of a long night of hunting. A swift injection of venom ensures the cricket's struggle ends quickly. The scorpion's lethal efficiency is a testament to its evolutionary success. But the scorpion is not the only venomous predator in this desert. The rattlesnake, a master of camouflage, lies in wait for unsuspecting victims. Its iconic rattle, composed of interlocking keratin segments, serves as a clear warning to anyone who dares come too close. The desert is also home to many herbivores, such as jackrabbits, whose sharp senses are their primary defense against the countless predators sharing the land. The rattlesnake's heat-sensing pits, located between the eyes and nostrils, allow it to detect the body warmth of prey, even in total darkness. The desert's inhabitants have evolved to thrive under the cover of night, when the scorching daytime heat gives way to a cooler, more bearable climate. Kangaroo rats, with astonishing agility, are masters of evasion. Their powerful hind legs let them leap to safety, narrowly escaping the deadly fangs of rattlesnakes. But snakes aren't the only danger. Under the blistering sun lurks the Gila monster. The Gila monster, one of only 2 venomous lizard species in North America, is a slow-moving yet formidable predator. Its venom, a potent neurotoxin, is delivered through grooves in its lower teeth. A single bite can kill small animals. Despite its sluggish appearance, the Gila monster is a persistent hunter, often raiding bird and reptile nests in search of eggs. Gambel's quail, a common sight in the Sonoran Desert, must remain ever vigilant. Their ground nests are especially vulnerable to predators like the Gila monster. The Gila monster's keen sense of smell enables it to easily locate nests. Once found, it wastes no time consuming the nutrient-rich eggs. Desert bighorn sheep, with their impressive curved horns, are iconic symbols of the Sonoran Desert's harsh wilderness. But even these powerful animals are not safe from the desert's apex predator, the cougar, also known as the mountain lion. While cougars can leap over 6 meters, their muscular strength making them a symbol of wild power. With stealth and raw power, the cougar is a highly efficient predator, capable of taking down prey much larger than itself. In the southern reaches of the desert, other large herbivores, like the guanaco, a wild relative of the llama, roam the landscape. At night, the cougar's sharp eyesight and acute hearing give it a significant advantage over its prey. Its hunting strategy relies on patience and surprise, often waiting for the perfect moment to strike. The guanaco's speed and stamina are its best defenses, but the cougar is a relentless pursuer. In the vast, unforgiving Sonoran Desert, the line between predator and prey is ever shifting, and only the strongest survive. The cougar's success as a predator is vital to maintaining the delicate balance of the desert ecosystem. A Sonora, harsh yet majestic, reminds us that nature is a symphony of strength and fragility. In the darkness, predators still lurk, and the struggle for survival never ends. As a new day begins, the Sonoran Desert once again dons its mask of silence, its secrets hidden beneath the sands until the sun sets once more. The desert's cleanup crew, the vultures, soar overhead, a constant reminder of the cycle of life and death in this unforgiving land. Dawn descends on the Sundarbans, the largest mangrove forest in the world, spanning over 10,000 kilometers, where land meets sea. In this watery world, ants build nests in the trees. They are tiny engineers, recycling fallen leaves and maintaining ecological balance. Tiny beetles contribute to decomposing organic matter, keeping the forest alive and thriving. From the smallest creatures to the brilliant birds soaring across the sky, all are part of the wild tapestry of nature, where life and death walk hand in hand. But above all, there is one ruler, a phantom of the jungle, whose every step spreads silence. This is the Bengal tiger, Asia's apex predator. The Bengal tiger, the largest of all tigers. Adult males can reach 3 meters in length and weigh over 200 kilograms. Though a top carnivore, tigers sometimes eat grass. This behavior is not for nutrition, but is believed to help cleanse their stomachs and expel parasites. A tiger's roar can carry for up to 3 kilometers. It is not only a territorial declaration, but also a powerful communication tool, striking fear into prey. The tiger's life is a balance between resting to conserve energy and sudden, explosive hunts. All of its senses remain on constant high alert. Spotted deer, with sharp hearing and smell, are its primary prey. They live in herds to improve their chances of detecting predators. The hunt begins. The tiger employs stealth and silence. Thick pads on its paws allow it to move without making a sound. A tiger's eyes have night vision 6 times better than humans, a decisive advantage in dawn and dusk hunts. It waits patiently for the perfect moment. But the forest has its own alarm system. The alarm calls of langurs, the guards of the jungle, echo through the trees, warning all creatures of the predator's presence. The hunter is exposed, but hunger is a powerful drive. The tiger does not give up. It keeps moving, searching for a careless victim. The langurs continue to monitor and signal. Their symbiotic relationship with the deer is key to survival in such a perilous world. And then it strikes. With a burst of speed reaching up to 65 km/h, the tiger charges at its prey. The chase between life and death begins. Panic spreads. The herd scatters, each deer running on instinct to survive. The slowest will become the hunter's meal. Tigers are not marathon runners. Hunts are often decided within the first few hundred meters. Strength and speed must be used with utmost efficiency. With a powerful leap and a fatal bite to the neck, the tiger ends the hunt. Nature's law is fulfilled once again. One's life means another's death. The hunt succeeds, but this is not just a meal for one. The tigress must bring her prize back to her cubs, the future of her bloodline. Tiger cubs stay with their mother for about 2 years, learning all the survival skills they need, from hunting to fighting and defending territory. The first lessons begin at mealtime. The mother allows her cubs to practice, awakening their hunting instincts, written into their blood since birth. Through play and wrestling, the cubs develop strength, agility, and attack techniques, vital skills for their future. Yet nature always holds new threats. The monsoon arrives with fierce storms, forcing the tiger family to seek safer shelter. Tigers are the only big cats that truly love water. The mother does not hesitate to lead her cubs across rivers, a dangerous journey to safety. Beneath the water, another ancient predator awaits. Crocodiles, with the strongest bite force in the animal kingdom, pose a deadly risk to both cubs and adults. A confrontation between two apex predators. The mother's vigilance and strength are the only shield protecting her young from the jaws of death. When males mature, they must face brutal battles for territory and mating rights, fights that determine the survival of their lineage. Each battle is a test of strength and courage. The victor wins territory and the chance to pass on his genes to the next generation. After the tension of survival, cool waters become a place of relief and recovery. Water is not only home to enemies, but also a source of comfort. The tiger's regal beauty radiates even in its calmest moments, an eternal symbol of wild power and grace. Each day, the cycle continues. The tiger once more patrols its territory, a kingdom it has fought to claim and must constantly defend. Beauty, strength, and brutality all converge in this extraordinary creature. The tiger is the very soul of Asia's forest, a living emblem of untamed survival. Dawn breaks over the Rocky Mountains, where pine forests rise through thick mist. The morning temperature is just a few degrees Celsius, the cold, damp air creating a majestic, yet harsh scene. This is the domain of two top predators, gray wolves, the masters of cooperative hunting, and the mighty grizzly bear, a solitary creature of overwhelming strength. Wolves can run continuously for 60 kilometers in a single day, reaching speeds of 65 km/h in a chase. They rely on unity to bring down prey many times their size. By contrast, grizzlies can weigh up to 400 kilograms, with a bite stronger than a lion's and claws nearly 10 centimeters long. A single swipe can knock down a bison. Despite their differences, both often depend on shared food sources. Salmon during spawning runs, moose calves, or carrion left behind from winter. When prey is scarce, fierce competition erupts. Wolves rely on numbers, bears rely on brute force. A wolf pack discovers the carcass of an old elk left behind after the winter. This is a treasure trove of nutrition, enough to sustain the entire pack for days. But they are not the only ones drawn to it. An adult grizzly has also caught the scent of the feast from kilometers away, with a sense of smell 7 times stronger than a bloodhound's. The wolves quickly shift formation, circling, snapping at the air, growling. It is a classic tactic to intimidate and test their opponent's response. But the bear does not yield easily. It rises on its hind legs, its massive body blocking the light, and unleashes a deep roar that echoes through the forest. A tense psychological standoff. One side armed with collective intelligence, the other with sheer power. These moments often decide life or death. Will the wolves risk everything? Or will the bear endure until they lose heart? A wolf darts in. Quick bite, then retreat. This is how they probe for weaknesses while also wearing down their adversary. The alpha wolf shows courage, but it knows a single blow from the bear could mean mortal injury. The grizzly's thick fur and fat layers absorb the wolf's bites. Its sole focus remains on the meal before it. In this battle for survival, a single mistake can be fatal. The bear's strength prevails, but with a tragic cost. The wolf pack suffers a heavy loss. The price of defending their meal is far too high. Silence blankets the grief. Now they must retreat. Their strong social bonds will help them endure, but the pain remains. The victor claims its reward. This high-energy meal will help the bear store enough fat to endure the long winter ahead. The conflict between bears and wolves is an inseparable part of the ecosystem, shaping the fragile balance between apex predators. In this unforgiving land where weakness has no place, life goes on. Each species must continue its own path of survival. After such a tense encounter, the pack's hierarchy may be shaken, with minor fights breaking out to reestablish order. The bear, full and satisfied, moves on. The wolves return to what remains. In nature, nothing is wasted. The struggle between wolves and bears has played out for thousands of years, helping to preserve ecological balance. Wolves regulate deer and elk populations, preventing the grasslands from being overgrazed. Bears clean up carcasses, reducing the spread of disease. Though fierce rivals, both are essential to the Rocky Mountain ecosystem. Two species, two strategies, yet together they teach us a lesson in resilience. In the wild, there are no eternal victors, only the endless cycle of survival. And we, humans, are but small observers before this grand stage. Nairawan, amid the vast taiga and icy mountains of North America, a giant has endured for thousands of years. The brown bear, the largest omnivore of the Northern Hemisphere. Its scientific name is Ursus arctos, ranging from Europe and Siberia to Alaska. It is one of the most widespread and adaptable bear species on the planet. An adult can weigh nearly 800 kilograms and stand over 2.4 meters tall on its hind legs, with fur ranging from golden brown to dark black, a true symbol of northern wilderness strength. But strength alone does not guarantee survival. They must endure long, freezing winters and brief summers, a harsh trial of endurance. In Siberia's taiga, Eurasian and Siberian brown bears feed on berries, insects, and occasionally hunt deer or wild boar to maintain their energy. In North America, the grizzly bear is famed for its muscular shoulder hump, which gives it the power to dig for roots and bring down large prey. Their claws, more than 10 centimeters long, are strong enough to flip rocks, dig out burrowing animals, and fight off rivals if necessary. Each subspecies has its own traits. The colossal Kodiak of Alaska, the salmon-hunting Kamchatka bear of Russia, and the Eurasian brown bear spread across the old continent. In Alaska's summer, when millions of red salmon migrate upstream, it becomes a grand feast for the brown bears. Each bear stands motionless by waterfalls, waiting for the precise moment a salmon leaps, to snatch it with powerful jaws. In a single day, a bear can eat more than 30 kilograms of fish. The fat and protein from salmon allow them to build reserves for the long winter. Meanwhile, taiga brown bears lack salmon. They rely on berries, honey, and hoofed animals like deer and elk. Despite differences, the common goal remains: to gain enough fat. A bear can put on up to 180 kilograms in just a few summer months. As autumn arrives, they enter the calorie race, consuming tens of thousands of calories each day in preparation for hibernation. When snow blankets the land, brown bears retreat to mountain dens. They vanish from the outside world for months. In darkness, their heart rate drops to only 8 beats per minute, breathing slows, and the body survives entirely on stored fat. A miracle occurs. A mother bear can give birth during hibernation without ever leaving the den. Cubs are born weighing only 400 grams, tiny as squirrels, but grow rapidly on their mother's rich, fatty milk. When spring arrives, the mother awakens and leads her young outside, beginning their first survival journey. The world outside is full of dangers. Cubs must learn to forage and avoid threats from the very start. Only half of bear cubs survive to adulthood, facing starvation, brutal winters, and predators. Those that endure grow quickly, and within a few years, they become rulers of the northern forest. An adult bear commands a territory spanning hundreds of square kilometers, constantly roaming in search of seasonal food. They rarely attack humans, but will become fiercely aggressive if threatened or protecting cubs. The greatest threat to brown bears does not come from nature, it comes from humans. Poaching and habitat loss drove many populations into severe decline during the 20th century. Today, protected areas from Kamchatka to Yellowstone strive to safeguard this iconic species. The IUCN lists brown bears as least concern, yet subspecies such as the Kodiak and Kamchatka remain in urgent need of protection. Brown bears play a vital ecological role, dispersing seeds, controlling ungulate populations, and maintaining balance in the taiga forest. In the silence of the deep forest, the brown bear continues its journey of survival, mysterious and majestic, as it has for thousands of years. From pristine shores sculpted by time, the vast ocean calls a realm that holds stories of the greatest journeys on Earth. This is the green sea turtle, an ancient traveler. A reptile that breathes air, it must regularly rise to the surface to take a breath. The ocean is a symphony of life, from soft drifting jellyfish to shimmering schools of fish moving as one. The hawksbill turtle, recognizable by its sharp, beak-like mouth, plays a vital role in keeping coral reefs healthy by feeding on sponges. The bustling coral reefs are oases of life, where shoals of Casmira snapper seek shelter and food, creating a vibrant spectacle of color. The life of a sea turtle is tied to the ocean, yet to continue their lineage, they must undertake a remarkable journey, a return to the very beach where they were born. Thousands of olive ridley turtles come ashore together, a breathtaking event known as the Arabada. Guided by instinct, the mother turtle searches for a safe spot above the high tide line. It is an exhausting task that demands incredible endurance. Using her strong rear flippers, she carefully digs a pear-shaped nesting chamber. The depth and shape of this nest are crucial to protect the eggs. Once complete, she lays around 100 eggs. The tears that stream from her eyes are not emotion, they are how she expels excess salt from her body. Her mission complete, the mother turtle covers the nest, disguising it from predators. This will be the last time she ever sees her offspring. Wary yet determined, she returns to the sea, leaving the next generation to the mercy of nature. After about 2 months, movement stirs beneath the sand. The eggs begin to crack and a race against time begins. Hundreds of hatchlings emerge together. This synchronized hatching is a survival strategy, overwhelming the many predators waiting nearby. Drawn by the natural light of the horizon, they begin the most perilous journey of their lives, the dash from nest to sea. Danger lurks everywhere. Ghost crabs, opportunistic predators, are already waiting for their inevitable feast. Overhead, seagulls join the hunt. For these fragile hatchlings, the beach is a battlefield. The odds are merciless. Only about 1 in 1,000 hatchlings will survive to adulthood. Every step forward is a small victory. Finally, the first waves touch them. The saltwater seems to awaken new strength, a promise of safety and freedom. Once in the water, their swimming instincts take over. They will paddle nonstop for days to reach offshore currents where they will spend their early years. But even in the open ocean, threats remain, from curious hammerhead sharks to dangers created by humans. Parasites, like these barnacles, can cause severe harm, slowing the turtles and making it harder for them to feed. Thankfully, sometimes human compassion can make a difference, freeing a turtle from such burdens. Return to the wild. It continues its journey, a living reminder of both the fragility and resilience of nature. While sea turtles rule the oceans, their relatives on land, the tortoises, are masters of patience and endurance. The giant Galapagos tortoise, one of the longest living creatures on Earth, can survive for over a century in the wild. Their lives unfold at a different pace, governed by the sun and the rhythm of the lush vegetation they depend on. Social interactions are simple, often centered around the search for a mate. Males compete for the right to reproduce. Mating ensures the continuation of these gentle giants, a lineage that has endured for millions of years. From the life of animals to the birth of plants, every seed carries within it the potential for a new beginning. Over time, nourished by earth and water, hidden life pushes upward, breaking through darkness to reach the light. Each unfolding leaf is a testament to nature's persistence, a cycle of growth, renewal, and rebirth. And this cycle sustains all life. Lush vegetation feeds even the largest creatures on land. From land to sea, from tiny seeds to ancient travelers, life always finds a way, an eternal journey written by instinct and survival.
Across the vast African savannas, trails carved by elephants have endured for generations, guiding the great migrations of life. Their wrinkled skin is more than a mark of age. It's a complex cooling system designed to retain moisture and regulate temperature under the scorching sun. The trunk, a fusion of nose and upper lip, contains over 40,000 individual muscles, granting it incredible dexterity for even the most delicate tasks. Their feet, cushioned by fatty pads, act like shock absorbers, allowing these massive creatures to move with surprising silence. As engineers of the ecosystem, elephants shape landscapes, creating water holes and habitats that sustain countless other species. Each day, an adult elephant can consume up to 150 kilograms of vegetation, spending most of its waking hours foraging to fuel its enormous body. As the sun sets, life on the savanna continues. For these gentle giants, it's a time to gather, a time for family. Elephants possess a complex and deeply emotional social structure. They communicate through low-frequency rumbles, sounds that travel for miles, unheard by human ears. Young males often engage in playful sparring practice for the battles of dominance that await them in adulthood. Mud baths serve more than one purpose. They cool the body, protect against insects, and act as a natural sunscreen, nature's own spa treatment. When males enter must, a surge of hormones transforms them. Aggression rises, and they become driven to compete for the right to mate. Their power is undeniable. When two adult bulls clash, the ground itself seems to tremble beneath their weight. Guided by the matriarch, the herd journeys across arid plains. Her extraordinary memory of ancient water sources is the key to their survival. Alongside the elephants, other species move. Zebras and wildebeests form great migratory families, painting a spectacular portrait of African life. The calves are always surrounded by protection. The bond between mother and child is among the strongest in the animal kingdom. The waterhole, a meeting place of life and death. Here, predator and prey share a single, precious resource, always alert, always ready. Elephant intelligence shines through their problem-solving, their tool use, and their empathy qualities that place them among the most intelligent beings on the planet. The zebra's black and white stripes are more than camouflage. Scientists believe they help regulate body temperature and deter biting insects. Lions, the apex predators of the plains, hunt in coordinated prides. Their collective strength allows them to take down prey far larger than themselves. Their eyes see 6 times better than ours in the dark, a vital advantage during the silent hunts of night. For a young elephant, danger is ever present. Even with the protection of the herd, they remain tempting targets for large predators. The eyes of a hunter gleam with focus, every movement calculated, every breath measured, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Speed and agility are the antelope's greatest defense, yet in the race for survival, one wrong step can mean the end. A lion attacks a young elephant. It's an uneven battle, but a mother's courage can change everything. One lone elephant stands against a pride of lions, a living symbol of strength and defiance in the face of mortal danger. Overhead, vultures circle patiently, nature's cleanup crew, their presence a harbinger of tragedy. Hyenas, with the strongest jaws of any mammal, can crush bone with ease. Opportunistic and relentless, they never turn down an easy meal. When threatened, the elephants form a defensive ring around their young, an ancient strategy perfected over millions of years of evolution. But the most dangerous enemy elephants face is not lion or hyena, it is man. Silent, unseen traps made of steel wire have become a deadly threat. This elephant has been gravely injured by a snare. Fortunately, rescue arrives in time, a race against the clock to save a life. The wire is removed, the wound is claimed and treated. Every life saved is a small victory in the difficult war for conservation. With human help, this giant has been given a second chance. It will return to its herd, carrying with it a miraculous story of survival.